On average, what do we lose?
14.7 pounds.
Loss, negative 14.7. If that's okay, I'll call that negative 15, if that's okay. Negative 15 pounds. Done! Study over. You're going to lose weight. Right? We're done. We're done, right?
Good.
Sure.
Right? Why can't we be? On average, you lose weight. And on average, you lose 15 pounds. So why should we go any further?
What's the average on the average?
Oh. What's the average around that average? See, but why do we even care about that, Susan? The news doesn't care about it. Why would we care about it? Why would we care about it?
If we were going to depend on this kind of program, we would want to know.
I want to know more detail than just that. What you have just told me is the center of the data set. Now, you referenced before a weight loss of 58 pounds on that study.
Right.
And you said, boom, to get 58 pounds. My question would be, well, how likely would it be to lose that right there, huh? I mean, this person here, this person over here gained,
21.
I was like 6, but yeah, 21, 8. How likely are all of these? How likely is it that we gained 21? Now, very clever ones among you would go, it's 1 in 35. Because you would say 1 in 35 lost 58, 1 in 35 gained 21. That's totally fine, except that ignores the fact this is a sample and you're treating like the population. So how do we answer it better? How do we quantify the quantifiers better? Thank you, very good. So what's the tool that lets us do that? This guy. This guy lets us quantify those values. What is the standard deviation on that bad boy? 16.4. 16.4, can I call it 16? Is that okay? Just to round it off, make the math nicer. Make the math go down easier. 16 pounds. Remind me what that 16 pounds means again?
Plus or minus.
Good. Plus or minus. I love that. Give it to me more conversationally.
Well, 16 from the average, so 15, there's going to be a difference of 16 on this side, 16 on that side.
2 more words.
On average.
Boom! If I
You did it.
I'm going to pick on you. You did it, Lauren. Perfect. Perfect. What I'm going to do every time, I'm going to keep asking you while we're learning this what this means. I'm going to keep asking for that. Because what it means is if you actually take the average, and you calculate the distance away from each of the data points for the entire data set, and you average those distances, it comes out to be 16 pounds. So, is there any one data point that actually is 16 pounds away from average? Maybe. Maybe. But the question isn't, is it exact, are there 2 of them? The question isn't, is it exactly 16 pounds? Is how close to average are some of these data points? Or how far away are some of these data points, and what percentage? So, yeah, 75% lost weight. What percent lost within 5 pounds of average? What percent lost within 10 pounds of average? What percent lost within 16 pounds? These are the kinds of questions that put quantification on the quantifiers. Fair enough? So, now somebody like, this is weird, I don't know what you're talking about. Good, you shouldn't right now. And here's the problem too. This wonderful data set you guys have right here in front of you, you're most generally not going to get that. You're going to get that. And you're going to be asked to make conclusions on that, based only on those 2 things. You don't get the raw data very often. They would actually hide it very well. I was lucky to get this. Laura, what's your question, comment, concern?
I was going to ask you, can you, so if I was going to join this study, how would you explain the standard deviation to me, convincing me to do it?
Let's go further. Here's the way you explain the standard deviation to somebody. You take a look at the data, not the raw data. This generally will not be presented to you in and of itself. It'll be paired with an image of the data, a histogram most likely. So what we're going to learn right now is put this data that's in your TI into a histogram on your TI and take a look at the overriding shape of the data.
Okay.
That's a better way of it. And I love your question. It's a perfect segue, actually. Thank you. So let's grab our TIs again, or your cell phones if you're using cell phones. That works too. Somebody downloaded an app in the previous class on their iPhone, and they had the exact same stuff going down. I was totally stoked. Totally stoked. And if anybody's interested, I could probably